Put it in reverse. Beautifully done. A real pro. What is going on, guys? So this morning, Alyssa and I were gonna do a little bit of fishing for largemouth cichlids, so peacock bass, Mayan cichlids, maybe Oscars, and clown knifefish. But the main goal is gonna be a peacock bass, because Alyssa has never caught a peacock bass, so that is what we're really hoping for. You know, maybe we can connect with some few largemouth and maybe some big peacock, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll catch a clown knife. But I think that would have to be a lot of just targeting those. But it should be a good morning. It is very, a clown knifefish just rolled next to our boat. It should be a very good morning. It is very overcast, which could be good, could be bad. Hopefully the storm holds off and it just gives us these really good overcast conditions and we can get on a really fat topwater bite. So we're gonna start off throwing some topwaters. I might throw a frog around and we're gonna see if we can connect with some peacock bass and largemouth early in the morning. All right, it's a little windy, but we're gonna start off with a frog, just regular hollow body. You know, unfortunately, last time I was here, it was just absolutely choked out with weeds, which I kind of enjoyed it because it made the frog fishing fantastic. But now there's not so many, but we're still gonna try the frog just around the pockets of docks and stuff like that and see if we can find one of these bad boys. Or I can throw it on top of this lady's dock 2 times in a row. All right, we got some pretty thick mats in front of us here. We found some thicker ones. Alyssa's throwing a little, like, she's throwing an airhead, like a weightless fluke is basically what it's like. And she's just kind of skipping it across the top around docks and weed mats. And I'm focusing heavily on the big hydrilla mats right here. Hey, get out of here. Get. I'm just waiting for an eruption to come through those pads. It's all right, you're getting in the right spots, that's what counts. Oh, throw right there, throw right there, throw right there. He just went skyrocketed on it. I think that was a, start reeling it. Just get it right to where I was. If he eats it, wait for him to. Gosh, I'm not sure if that was a largemouth or a peacock. I really wasn't. I just saw him go airborne on it. What did it look like to you? It's a peacock. Oh, he just came off. Gosh, all right, well, that was our first fish. I got such an awkward hook set on that thing. We are in some back sludge back here. It has been extremely slow, man. I literally said to Alyssa right before we started, because it's an overcast day and we have a huge storm coming across Florida right now, that's up in the north, that it's either going to be one of those days where it's going to be absolutely amazing or absolutely terrible. That kind of seems the way it goes when you have storms rolling in. Either it fires the fish up or it completely shuts them down. And as of now, it seems pretty shut down. But we're working to see if we can catch some fish, man. Pick up frog real quick. Basically what I've been doing is just been switching between moving baits and the frog, depending on, you know, what type of terrain I'm presented with. Holy airplanes! So basically what I've been doing is I'm throwing moving baits. Right now it happens to be a spinnerbait, but I've been switching between swim baits and that kind of stuff. And then when I reach areas like this, it's big hydrilla mats and water hyacinth and stuff like that, I pick up the frog and hit it with the frog. And then once we pass it, pick up moving bait again. We're just trying to cover a lot of ground, fish efficiently here, but it's not working too well, obviously, but I think I'm hoping things are going to change a little bit for us. Oh, big fish. I don't know what it is. It might be a peacock on a spinnerbait. It's coming up. What the heck? It's a freaking huge tilapia. Will you hand me the net? What the heck? What is that about? Well, slow day indeed, but this is obviously a very strange catch. Tilapia on a spinnerbait. And now tilapia, they're vegetarians, mainly, but I'm not sure if he just struck that out of aggression, if I pulled it across his bed and he just swung at it to be mad. I've caught one tilapia before, an artificial, also on a spinnerbait when I was a lot younger, but that's a big fat blue tilapia for you right there. All right, well, he didn't take 5 seconds to go. That was stupid. All right, we made a little bit of a move here. We're gonna fish along kind of a little stone wall. We'll throw in here for a second, then we're gonna get back to fishing along some docks. It is definitely a slow day. There's a lot of factors contributing to why the fishing kind of sucks, but I'll explain that later. But right now we're just gonna throw a spinnerbait right along the wall. You know, a really good tactic for this would be a little crankbait, maybe a shallow diving, medium diving crankbait, but we'll see how the spinnerbait does. Oh, there's a fish. There we go. First largemouth of the day. They're just probably 1.5 pounds, if even that. But it feels good to finally catch a fish. It has been slow. But got a frogfish, which is what I've been pretty much dying for all day. We'll see if we can maybe connect 1 or 2 more fish before we call it a day. It is already about 11 o'clock, but we're gonna throw for a little longer and see what we can do. You on? Oh! Let's add a little bass on it, just hopped off. He's only about 1/2 pounder. That's probably like the second or third bass you've had, just like little ones, right, that have just kind of leaped off. Little ones like to do that. He was a little guy. There's a fish. Peacock, little one. Gosh. That is a long time coming for that little fish right there. It's a little peacock on a spinnerbait. I'm just gonna, yeah, okay. Well, he was going. Yeah, dog. Yeah, it has been a long day. That is the third fish of the day, but we got some diversity. Tilapia, largemouth, peacock bass. Dude, I am beat. I think we'll throw 15 more minutes and probably call it a day, but we did finally catch a peacock bass. Unfortunately, Alyssa hasn't caught one yet, but maybe that'll change our last 15 minutes here. All right, we're gonna close the day out right here with the frog. Still a little overcast, got some big fat hydrilla mats in front of us, so we're just gonna work the frog for about 10 more minutes and call it a day. Definitely has been a long one, for sure. Right. Oh God, stop. You think I'm throwing graham crackers or something? Ah, stop. Get lost, bruh. All right, we are done for the day. You know, it wasn't an absolutely killer day, just 3 fish. But, I mean, it was cool catching that giant tilapia on a spinnerbait. That was very unexpected and just kind of a weird turn of events. And little largemouth, little peacock bass. Kind of disappointing that we didn't get Alyssa on her peacock bass, but it was a difficult situation because that last time I went to that lake, I'll put the link to the description below and you can watch the video, it was full of hydrilla, very clear water, but I guess over the past, it must have been recently, maybe last week, they sprayed all of the hydrilla down in the lake and there was barely any of it. And that lake turned from a crystal clear water to just straight dingy, murky green. And so the fish just were not eating, not cooperating. So it's tough, man. That kind of just sucks that all those weeds got sprayed. And, you know, the reason they spray them is because on the weekends there's a lot of jet skiers and boaters and wakeboarders and stuff like that, and they get worried about weeds and hydrilla getting sucked up into the impeller and their intake. And it's just kind of an annoying thing where, you know, fishermen, we kind of really like hydrilla and big fat mats like that. It makes fishing a ton of fun, but then boaters don't. So it's just kind of an annoying thing, but hopefully some of that hydrilla will grow back soon enough and we can get back to frogging. It just really destroyed the bite out there for sure, but we are done. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.